was worth a shot. It was worth a peek. Yep, we got more guys here. I'm not trying to worry about. I'm not trying to worry about loot here. Hello everyone, this is Fallen Dice, and welcome to episode 88 of our Rebirth playthrough of 7 Days to Die, The Purge. And I am in the other side of our maze, so to say. So, trying to match everything up, similar. So obviously, we got some things that look the same, so it's kind of like our kitchen over here. Boy, I'm telling you what, having things, so obviously this is, yeah. So it's our, it really gets you kind of turned around. So this being our dining room, a little bit of a kind of serving area here. Kitchen. Closet. Will be possibly some changes here. And then down here, again, similar rooms with our bedroom. So now let's go back over here, because again, this is making my head hurt trying to match this up, because it's the same, but it's not the same. If that means anything. Oh man, it was, telling you, the struggle of trying to get this thing set up. It literally took me the entire night to get as far as I did. It was really making my head hurt. All right, so the plan we had was that this was going to be a very large bathroom, kind of like connected both to our bedroom and over here to this little closet area. And then over here we have our little computer area, computer office we were going to call it. And then this was our breakfast nook with our kitchen feeding into the dining room. But I forgot to include like a living room area, living space. So I was kind of thinking of how I wanted to kind of tweak that a little bit. And I think that what I'm actually going to do is, instead of this being the bathroom, I want to make this that living room, kind of area. So TV, stuff like that. This remains our closet, but instead of this being our office, we can turn this into the bathroom, because I can put my office either into my bedroom or into this living room area. So what that would end up doing is we could take and move our wall for our bedroom up to here, right? Technically, this being a small little gap here, I don't know, I might leave it, or I could actually end up just kind of covering it up to make it look right. But what that would do for our living room, if we end up putting this across the top here, and then take down these walls, because I don't believe any of this was structural. I'm pretty sure this was all stuff that I had added in, except for maybe here, but I just have to figure out where. I think the stairs are here. Maybe not. So again, I can actually have like a little bit of yeah. So I can have a small little angle here where it's going to be a little bit deeper. Again, I could use this to make like a, call it a fireplace sort of thing. So if I were to kind of tweak that a little bit, and then we go ahead and we take out the part over here. Again, this I think is enough size to be our living area. Now the question then becomes, do I want to go with the 3 high or the 4 high? And I kind of think that I do want to go with the 4 high here for the living room. That should hopefully also give me a little bit of extra size, space, volume, opening, however you want to look at it. I think just being a taller room will make it look bigger. I think it also gives me more options for lighting, Because again, some of the lighting we could choose would be like the track lighting, and that hangs down sort of a block lower. And I don't want that hanging down almost into our actual headspace. So for something like this, I think having it the higher ceiling will give it a little bit, again, more give me more options on decorating, while also I think just looking better. And I could make this bigger, because again, there's another option available to me as well. Let me actually turn this volume here for the game down just a tad. End up making some of my changed settings when I'm streaming and whatnot. So technically, again, because this is like the one area I plan on living in, all the other areas we're just kind of decorating for the sake of decorating. So, I mean, there's nothing that says I couldn't choose, again, maybe to make this entire first floor like my living area, so to say. Because am I ever going to come down here to actually sleep? No. You know? Could I maybe then expand this to be a bigger area, part of the living space? Sure. Again, though, this part here I want to try to keep attached. So that's sort of why we did the walls in the way that we did. But I could decide to make this a workout area on this side. And maybe then we can decide to go do more things over here. So instead of having this be a living area, you know, maybe expand the bedroom or some things, and then put the workout over here. But I think I'm going to stick with the one side equals each. So this, again, now I have a large area for a living room, TV area. I could definitely turn this into a fireplace. I just need to kind of decide how 3 wide I think is decent. I could put a little mantle here, maybe change the texture of it going up. There's a lot of things I could do. Except for the only issue is if I change the texture, again, this is the other side of the stairway, so I have less room for there than I want, so I kind of do have to stick with some certain things. But I think I can still do it. I still would like to have like the little breakfast nook here, so like a table with a couple chairs here right at the window, and as we walk in, again, nice old kitchen here. So I like the way that this is set up. Again, I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit more work on this side. And again, the other thing is once I paint, it's going to be easier to see what things are. Floors being one way, having the doors put in. There's a lot of things that I think that'll make things start to appear and make a little bit more sense in my mind, so to say. Because I guess I hadn't quite fully got everything in place. It was really, like I said, it was really a rush once I sort of got the layout, because it was, I'm telling you, this really hurt my head. It really hurt my head a lot because things were opposite, you know, like just a little bit different. So trying to remember exactly where this was supposed to go and then recreating it on the other side wasn't the easiest thing. All right, so where does that leave us for today? Well, I do want to, off camera, finish doing a little bit more work. You know, I want to make sure I've got my layout set up. I don't think that I really want to yet go up to the next steps or the next floor. I think I'm good with where I am at the moment. I think this was supposed to be a 3 high as well. What I do want is I do want to go out and get some furniture. And I think that's where we are at today. It's 7 o'clock. So we're not going to get any purging per se done, but we are going to do some fighting today. So we are heading back to the forest biome. When I flew over there during my shopping spree, and again, because I want to do stuff here, all these areas that I want to do, but I need some things. So as I was doing the flying over the shopping area, I noticed and realized that there were a lot of tier 5, tier 4s that we never did in the wasteland or the forest. And that was because it was so big that we were almost able to complete it on 0, 1s, 2s, and 3s. We didn't have to do any 4s, really. So that meant that there was a lot of really good areas for furniture. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to make sure I've got all the ammo that I need, fully stocked up on ammo. We're going to top off on food. I'm going to look at all the things that I had cooking overnight and make sure we got those still cooking. And then we're going to head over there. I even put in a couple spots over there. This is a farm area. I remember seeing this is a big old tier 5 farm. I don't know if there's really anything decent there, so maybe we'll go. This one I wanted to check out. I put on there good furniture. This one, I don't know if we ever fully looted it. This is one we did earlier, and I think this one had good furniture. So I'm going to put that, and that's one we already have done. So I don't have to do any killing of zombies or clearing. But this here, I think is also, this is a tier 5, but it's a small one. So again, so you notice there's a lot of high-tiered, possibly good targets. So I want to go and get a look at these. Some of these I may only go partway into the actual POI, realize that it's got the same exact type of furniture as a normal one, in which case I'm not going to go. What I am looking for are the really cool ones, the ones that have the special stuff that was added in just for that POI maker. So that's what I'm looking for. All right, well, let's head over. I think we're just going to kind of go by distance to where we are. And I'm going to be popping in and out. So the initial first time, our first stop we make, I will pick up when we get there. We'll take a quick peek at it, see what it looks like. If it looks like it's something good, then we might go ahead and clear it. Because again, this is a new one that we never cleared. If I don't like the way look of the furniture, if it's just your normal everyday stuff, then we will jump back in and move on. All right, our first one was a no-go. I'd seen it from the air, and it looked like it might be kind of similar to what this one is that we're looking at right now, which is the first one the first big one we did after the blimp. It turned out to be just an army base. So it wasn't what I was looking for. It wasn't what I thought it was. So we're instead coming to this one. This was like one of those first really cool ones that we did. I remember how I really enjoyed this because it was like, this is what I thought the other one was, but it wasn't. So we've already cleared this one, so we'll find out really quickly if this is the kind I'm looking for. Okay, we'll grab that. If it isn't, we will just skip and move on to the next area. Okay, Marty. Actually, I'm going to screenshot this. This is possibly a way that we could definitely do our fireplace. Okay, okay, what do I need to repair? Okay, so some of the stuff, yes. Okay, this is the kind of stuff I'm looking for. This is all very special, very unique. Yes, this is exactly what I was hoping to find. So you can kind of see these are not, you don't see these in normal POIs. This is something very special that was very unique to this POI maker. There we go. So do I have to get it from this side? Some of these have very specific spots that you have to like try to click to grab them. I also need to be picking up plants. I did a lot of that in the last big POI we did. And oh yes, plants, special lights, paintings, all these things we need. I wonder if I can hit this one if I get it from this side. I want to be able to get there we go. Perfect. As many of these, really unique and cool type things as I can for multiple floors, because it's going to be I need to repair. What do I repair you with? Cobblestone? Okay. So a lot of this stuff got damaged in the fighting. So hopefully we'll find some more of these in other places. Good paintings. Wow. Is this a carpet? Oh, come on. I would like this very much if I could figure out how to get it. Again, some of these is just hard to figure out where the pickup point is. Yeah, okay, I'm glad that we came here because a lot of these are some of the paintings and things that oh, there we go. And that's a desk that I can pick up. It's a wooden one, so it's not metal. That makes me happy. I do need some of these. Actually, let me pick that up before I pick this up there. So it looks like I grabbed things in here that I could sell. Not specifically that I was using for furnishing. Yep, more plants, more plants. All right, so this is going well. Hopefully we have some more areas that are going to turn out to be treasure troves like this, like even more colors. See, this is what I was hoping for. All these different textures, different things. Again, here's this. Oh, come on, tell me how I can get this. I really want this. Oh, this would be amazing if I could. I don't understand where some of these are. Okay, yep, see, I could pick that one up. All right, do I need to get rid of this box to be able to possibly figure out where to pick? I'm just literally hitting the pickup key over and over and over trying to... Darn it. No joy. Okay, another big... Darn. Again, more of these damaged things that I'm not getting whatever it is I need to be able to repair it. Okay. I don't remember if there's any other rooms below here, if it's just... Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, so this cleared for this one. Gotta pay attention. And I'm not planning on doing any major fighting here, so if I run across any of these things, we're just gonna jump in the helicopter and we're gonna deuce out, leave them behind. So the next one was actually nearby, and it's over this way. So what did we have? This was the hotel. I don't think we ever cleared this hotel. I don't know if there was anything fancy in here. I think this was one of the first places where I had a screwed up airdrop. I do remember that.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
So far, this is not impressing me as one of these types of POIs I'm looking for. This still looks like very much the same furnishings. The desk is very similar. Office stuff, yes, very, very familiar, very similar. Yeah, I'm going to say no. That was a negative. So let me clear off these two. Okay, so we're here right now. What were you? Oh, this is Umbrella. You know, I'm not sure. Let's check Umbrella real fast. Let's just pop in over there because it's like, you know, RE and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they have some special things in here. So let's check this out real fast. We'll just go inside the door, take a peek. It either is or it isn't. I'm going to say it isn't. This is just your everyday stuff I would expect. That's a vanilla. Yeah, nope, not that one. All right, let's do some flying over some of the areas that I know had some things that we didn't. There's a couple that I'm curious of that are tier 4s. So let's get rid of the tier 0s, the tier 1s, the tier 2s, and tier 3s, and the ones we've completed. So only thing that should show up are 4s and 5s. Okay, so we're gonna head this way. I don't think that's one. And I don't think that's one. Okay, those are different chairs that are right there. Okay, okay, let's land on the roof. Yes, I know we got some big baddies here on the roof, so we'll have to be ready to fight almost immediately. But if there's anything good, it's going to be, it should definitely be in the penthouse. So let's get down here, be ready to fight, because this, I think, is probably the end loot area, so we're going to get quite a big welcoming party, I would imagine. Alright, what did I get? I got poison, I got a few effects going right now, so let's take some medicines. And I also don't want to damage any of the furniture I'm hoping to pick up. Okay, out here so far nothing, but on that very top, I did see something that I liked. And it's the chairs. It's those plastic-looking chairs. So I'm hoping that means that there's... Oh, I didn't know I could get knocked down anymore. I thought I was pretty much exempt from that. Okay, well, maybe it isn't what I thought it was. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'm pretty sure this gets me up to the top. Do we have anything up here? What's down here? Okay, nope, it's not. This pretty much still looks the same. Alright, well. It was worth a shot. It was worth a peek. Yep, we got more guys here. I'm not trying to worry about... loot here. Get reloaded here. See, this is what I'm trying not to do. I'm not trying to get like stuck into a hole here. Pull out the good guns here a little bit. Just to clear out the rabble. Alright. Back to you. And looks like I can make the final version of my sniper already. I still haven't found enough of the stuff that I want. Oh, what was that? Magazine size tier 4. Okay, so that means I can put a second gun because I have the tier 5, but that allowed me to put that in another one. Where are we heading next? We're gonna fly over you, and then we're gonna go over there. Okay, you are definitely not. Okay, and then there. What do we have here? Okay. This is very possible. Yep. All right. And so is the one across the street, maybe? All right. Let's see this one first. Let's peek through the window. No, this definitely looks like a traditional. Okay, nope, that's a no. This one. Let's peek in here. It does have paintings and it does have carpets. So there are some things that I do want to pick up. Looks like that might be it for what I want in here. So now here's the one that we're curious about. This looks special. Okay. I can't quite tell. Alright, we do have lots of plants, so I am going to grab those. Maybe we have at least paintings? I am going to grab all these plants though. We are level 9 of our hunter as well, so we're going to keep using that until we've maxed it. Which shouldn't be long. We are level 8. Okay, what's in here? Yep, there's gonna be a bunch of guys popping out of here. Okay, we got some movie. I need those for sure. Alright, so we do have some interesting cool paintings. Yep. Alright, let's go inside the house next. We are gonna grab the pool table. These are your normal expected. Also, this is normal expected. And fancy. What did you break? You gloof. So far, not as much stuff as I was hoping to find in here. Yeah, Rebirth. Saw you, Rebirth. I'm just trying to see what we got in this green area here. Oh, this is sconces. Okay, we can get some lights out of here. Oh, they're all in the swimming pool. Isn't that cool? So does that mean they're gonna break it through the bottom and flood here? I've seen some of these POI makers do that, where they basically flood an area from another area. Okay, let's grab this carpet. Let's grab all these before these get damaged. We got some more workout gear. Again, I need to get a lot of workout gear so I can do multiple versions of this in multiple floors. Okay, got them all, which is good. What do we got going on here? Assuming that they're there. Somewhere should be a button, I would imagine, to open it. Do I care about it? My guess is this is our loot room. Which I probably could have gotten through quicker if I just gone through the wall, through the walls. Sometimes that's the case. Interesting. What do we got? We got a grow area. Very interesting. It's a bunch of super corn. Alright, we'll grab that. I imagine these are also farm blocks. And then, yep, here's our loot room. So, I don't mind getting these tier 5 hardened chests because they actually can have some really good mod things in them. Alright, let's put more in there. Some more. Eventually, I'm going to get to the point where I don't have room for stuff, and then we'll start putting things in with the pets. But I think that's about it for here. Maybe a few more plants. Actually, hold on. Let's see what's in these doors. Do we have any more paintings? Yep, got a few. Okay, good. Let's grab all those. What about in here? Yep. Okay, awesome. That was worth it. Alrighty, so we've looked through all those. This is one that I'm pretty positive is going to. It may be similar to the one we already did, and same with over here. I would like to... Let's just fly straight over these and take a peek. Okay, nope. Maybe. Let's see what we got inside. It either is or it isn't. I don't think it is. Everything in here is your typical. So yes, it is a cool looking POI, but everything in here is your typical normal stuff. Alright, I'm going to do there before I go over there. What are you? You are the army base. Okay, nope. Alright, so then let's skip that. And let's go to... there. And that is... okay, that is the Coliseum, which we are definitely not going into. We've done this one before, I think. We definitely have been inside this one for stuff. Had a whole lot of weird floor. They use some really weird floor techniques and wall techniques with blocks. I don't think this is not looking to be like the special type of... nope. It is not. Okay. Is there stuff that I could use? Yes. Is it the stuff that I want? Is it worth me spending time in here? No. Nope, you are definitely not. Sadly, I'm running out of possibilities. I mean, we did find a little bit of the really cool stuff, and I will probably use that in my specific furnished area. Alright, let's see what we have here. I think this is the Airbnb. Yep. I don't remember if it does or not.
Have picked up something.
I think it definitely has some carpets. Carpet I like. Okay, no, it's not looking good. All right, let's. So that is the. It's a tier 5 farm. I've been through that one. Whoa. Okay, this is meant to look like a Venetian. What tier are you? You are a tier 5. Okay, let's check this real fast. Wow. That really looks cool. What do we have inside? Is this our traditional? Yes, unfortunately it is. Okay. Nothing special. All I'm going to do is to go into like the main house. Just to see, you know, because I don't think the barns will be anything fancy, but maybe they decided to, you know, furnish the house with some really cool stuff. Like it's a, you never know. Not looking promising so far. I just need to get into some of the other rooms to see, do we have any paintings or anything that I might like? Some stuff. I'm kind of at this point going with the sword here for a little bit, and then I go. No, I'm going to go right back to it. I'm saying I don't want to damage things, but I don't think we have a lot of things in here that are going to make me excited. I mean, do we have ginormous kitchens with lots of? Yes. Can I pick these up? No, I wish I could. Grab another cooler. Let's try upstairs real fast. Again, we have like the traditional. This is definitely making me pretty positive we're not going to find anything special because it's got the most vanilla of vanilla paintings. So even some of the ones that didn't have the cool furniture had at least cool paintings. This doesn't even seem to have that. But if I can find some of the, I mean, I am going to need these paintings anyways for just to populate a lot of different areas. Yeah. Taking a lot of damage here. Not that it's a really big deal. Just grabbing all the paintings. At least I can grab that. I didn't get near the amount of stuff I'd hoped I would on this run. I mean, I did get some stuff. I didn't go away empty-handed. I do have some really cool stuff. I think I have enough to at least furnish my room in like a really cool way. Okay, it does have some of the other paintings. I can at least do my room. Okay, now I'm getting happy. At least we're getting some really cool paintings. So I'm gonna at least clear this place of paintings. Well, I think that's as far as we're really gonna get on this this furniture hunt of ours. I should probably grab these chairs and grab the kitchen since I'm here, and then we're gonna have to time to head back. All right, we're just going to say F you. Helicopters over here. I am definitely full. Throw some more stuff in there. All right, and we're gonna head back home. So anyway, yeah. So basically, that's as far as we are gonna get today. I did make a huge, I would say, bit of progress for our furnishings. I have a couple tier 5s I've discovered that I haven't actually gone into yet, which I'm going to fly over on my way home. But I'm going to head home. I'm going to actually start to separate up my furniture overnight. I want to know which types of furnitures I have. So like, kind of like I did before when I had like the rugs were in one area, the paintings were in one area, the bathrooms. I want to know what I have so I can see if there's anything specifically that I need to look into to start what's the word I'm looking for, to fix some of my shortages. I'm not Not sure what this is, but this is a tier 5, which we haven't done yet. Oh, is this the school? I think those are supposed to be fake cop cars, so I wonder if... I wish it were real cop cars. I'd come in and raid them all trying to get my crowbar. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like. If you have not already subscribed, I would very much appreciate if you consider that as well. But with that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.